Hello beautiful people, look at who's back! Me and Power, yes, both of us. Hello guys, welcome to a new series of Nezu Explains the Anime. Try at least. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I am obsessed with Gachiakuta, and I need to explain to you why you should also be obsessed with this show.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
Starting off without wasting time. Basically, this is a story about a special outcast boy that lives in the edge of a new utopian city, but this perfect city is quick to throw out trash and things that might be a little bit used, not enough to actually be trash, but you know, for them, it is trash. Something with a slight scratch is trash. And our boy Rudo loves trash. Well, actually not trash because the things are in perfect conditions. But you know, Rudo loves to go through this city trash and revive it, fix it, use it for other things. Rudo is really good at seeing the potential of this trash. Like for example, a broken toaster, a plushie thrown away way too soon, a lantern, etc. These are all things that I believe that he actually sees at the beginning of the series. Now, at the beginning of the anime, we can see that Rudo is a special boy. Not only mentally, because he does love trash, but also physically. His ends are totally destroyed, and this is probably going to be explained in the future. But basically, Rudo is a very special boy, and he is an outcast even amongst those who are already on the border of the city. As if this isn't hard enough, Rudo is also the son of a murderer, and because of this, everyone around him hates him. In the middle of all this misfortune, Rudo is actually adopted by Recto, which is very important to the beginning of this anime and to Rudo's development. Goddamn, that boy suffers because Recto is murdered. Not only is Rudo's biological father a murderer, but his adoptive father is murdered. So yeah, the first and second episode are an emotional roller coaster. Recto is assassinated, Rudo is believed guilty of this murder, and as the trash is thrown away into the pit, Rudo is also going to be thrown to the pit as his punishment. This is supposed to be certain death, but you know, Rudo is a special boy. Rudo manages to survive the pit, and this is where the masterpiece starts. Ever since the first episode, we can see so much potential on the series, and I promise you, it won't disappoint you. Now, the reason that I decided to talk about this show is not actually to make a resume on the anime itself, but the goal of this video is to rant about all the little aspects that I like about this anime. And the first of all is definitely the design of the characters. It is peak. The design of Rudo, the design of Rio, the design of Engine. Now, starting off with a tangent here, and I know that some of y'all want to attack me for this, but it took me 2 years to start watching Attack on Titan because of the art style. It's not that it is not a pretty art style, it is definitely a style that I'm not used to. Like the shadows on the shin really make me nervous. I don't like them, so it took me 2 years to move past that. But bringing it down to Gachiakuta, it's definitely something that attracted me since the beginning. And it is funny because in Gachiakuta they definitely add some extravagant like looks, expressions, but I still like it. I like the fact that they are able to add these eccentric designs, and it is still very good visually. Like this one pleases me visually, this one pleases me visually, this one definitely pleases me visually. And I think that I came to the conclusion that I love these expressions because it makes the anime feel more real. It makes the characters feel more real. In One Piece, I love the fact that the characters have personality flaws. We can actually see ourselves in the characters. But in Gachiakuta, I think that the visual aspect makes us think the same thing. They're not just a perfect character. Moving besides this fact, visually, every single character looks good in Gachiakuta. You cannot look at one of the secondary characters and think that they do not look good. Even the support team that is literally in the anime to support, even though they have good stories, agrees, my boy, I almost cried for you. I think that even though they are secondary characters, they designed them in order for us to still like them visually and still want to support them. But you know, besides the character design, we have another thing on this anime visually that it just amazes me, and it might be because I like this vibe, But this reminds me a little bit of a cyberpunk visual. I don't know if I'm going too far with this one, but definitely on the first city that Rudo got after getting into the pit and being with Engine, I really think that this has a cyberpunk vibe. And a little bit further, when we get to see the Painter City, the vibes are 100% that. Now, with the visuals out of the way, I need to tell you a little bit about the character depth and representation that we see on this anime, which is damn, guys. This is one of the animes that represents, in my opinion, a lot of the aspects within the Black community. We have music, we have visuals. Even in the way that they speak, we can see a little bit of that culture in here, which is funny because, you know, this is in Japanese. So the fact that I can understand that there is something special about the way that they talk, chef's kiss. Obviously, the Black characters are beautifully drawn. In Gachiakuta, I think that they really picked up a lot of characteristics of it and they draw it beautifully. Look at Semyu. I think that she is gorgeous. The hair, guys, her hair is so characteristic. Like, yes, it is white, but you know, it is definitely a Black woman's hair. We also have Corvus, for example. We have Jabber. I think that some people are fighting about if Jabber is a Black character or not. Like, I definitely think that he has some traits. Obviously, his color is a little bit more light. He has the locks, the way that he talks, you know, even the dance moves. I just feel like the energy overall, it is going towards that side. Also, once again, going into this Black community, we have the soundtracks, guys. These soundtracks will make you shake your ass like you're actually one of them. These soundtracks, it activates something in your brain. The fact that they were able to incorporate another characteristic of this community through the soundtrack, it's fucking great. Now, other than this, and going a little bit into the depth, not just the visuals itself of the anime, I think that the characters' depth and development is going to be so good throughout the anime series, and I want to see the development of several characters. We already got to see a little bit of Zanka. We obviously were able to see why Rudo is the way that he is. I'm super interested in seeing more of Ryo's backstory and obviously Engine. We also got to see a little bit of Delmon. I want to see Tamsi because I believe that he's going to change sides. So going back a little bit, I think that every single character is going to have a really good development. I think that they have a lot of growth and a lot of space to tell us a little bit about the characters themselves, and I hope that they embrace it fully in every single character possible. We already got to see some backstories and they are full of chaos, pain, trauma, and these characters have flaws. Once again, this is something that I truly love at an anime. It's to see that the characters are flawed because I can see myself within them and I love them still. So this is a way of accepting myself, of accepting my flaws, because I do love these characters and I accept them the way that they are. So, you know, in my brain, it changes something. And talking a little bit about the chaos, I love the fact that Rudo loses his shit frequently. Rudo beats the shit out of Amo without even thinking about it. And you know, actions have consequences. And even though it worked out okay, it could have not. I love the unpredictable part of it, which is actually predictable, you know, because Rudo is not okay in his head. Rudo has gone through so much. Rudo has lost so many people around him. He's weak in general. He doesn't know how to use his power. So it is frustrating. And the fact that he's actually acting on that frustration and not just being like, everything's going to be just fine. I can do everything. We can be just friends. No, he loses his shit. And that is awesome. I think that Amo is one of the most fucked up characters, at least so far. And it is perfectly acceptable for her to be that way. She was enclosed ever since she was 4 or 5. She didn't have interaction with other people. Her brain didn't develop the way that it should have. And she was being, you know, emotionally and not only emotionally abused by her kidnapper. So it makes sense that she is the way that she is. And I cannot wait to see how she can actually go through it with the help of the people that she meets, like Rudo and Engine and everyone else. I'm not going to talk about every character, obviously, because this video will be gigantic and you wouldn't understand shit because I don't know how to explain myself, which is ironic because I want to have a YouTube channel, guys. but basically every character has the potential of such a great story. And I'm all up for that. I hope that the series takes its time. And this was a great segue because right now I want to talk a little bit about the powers that the characters have. I think that in general, the power system on this anime is quite simple to understand. We have the givers, which explained by me, myself, and I, are those who have like this innate power to bring life to their vital instrument, which is an instrument that they have been giving a lot of love throughout time. It's just this. It's just how it works. And the fact that the author was able to bring such a mundane thing to the forefront of the series with so much ease, it's thrilling. Every vital instrument that I've seen so far is great, and it is literally with things that we use daily. Ryo's instrument is some hair cutting scissors. We have the umbrella with engine. We have the onesier, the pajama basically, of Gita. For Noerd, we have her hairbrush. Very mundane objects that the author was able to give power so effortlessly, and they are still strong as fuck. So basically, there are some really unexpected powers being built up, but they are not difficult to understand, as in, let's say, Jujutsu Kaisen. I cannot hand this without saying, even though Rudo and everyone honestly goes through so much throughout their lives in the pits that is full of danger, trash beasts, the pollution, raiders, etc., they can see happiness in the middle of all of that. And I really felt this. So spoiler alerts, when Gob died. Like, the fact that Tamlin celebrated his death, the way that Tamlin mourned, it was so beautiful. And the fact that they can still be happy with bad things happening to them, I cried, I'm not gonna lie. And I think that this is helping Rudo so much to realize that he can be happy with his flaws, he can be happy even though his past is not the best. And his past does not define him, and I think that he's going to realize this with the group that he is with. Now, I'm not saying that I want Rudo to become a hero. If he becomes a hero, I will start hating this series because he was not meant to be a hero. I hope that he is able to somehow get his revenge by not killing everyone, but not as a hero, but I also know that he's not going to be a villain. I cannot wait for the second season. This story has a great way of showing that life isn't just black or white, and once again, getting into the segue of what I was saying, Rudo is not a hero. The author, I think that she's making a great story. I think that she is incorporating so much unusual things and topics into this anime. I am so interested in watching his development, because like, we all have problems. We can all be shitty in one situation and then be the complete opposite on the next one, because we evolve as humans. We grow, we change our minds. We can do that from 1 hour to the next one, And I think that we can see that very much in this anime, and I think that we are going to see that a lot through Rudo. But not only Rudo, we already saw a little bit of this shift with Zanka. I think that Ryo is also inside this category, Even though sometimes we can still see her old past, like her past self, coming into life. But yeah, I'm overall excited to continue to watch Gachiakuta. And if you haven't watched Gachiakuta yet, I hope that you are convinced. I hope that I was eloquent enough to actually compel you to do so. Well, guys, I really hope that you liked this video. If you want me to continue this series, please tell me which animes I should watch next. Just tell me in the comments, guys. I'll see you in the next one. If you're not subscribed, by the way, do it now. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!